Billie Jean, thank God it's RC. We find ourselves today in Bellview, Florida at Scale Mountain RC Park. Check this place out. My goodness. They have lots and lots of course. So if you ever find yourself in and around Central Florida and you got a crawling truck on you, I'd highly suggest you come to this place. Well worth it. We just got outside. We spoke to the owner of the business shop, and he says it's $10 a day to come crawl your own truck, or you can rent trucks for $25 an hour from them to crawl around on the course. So not too bad. They hold monthly competitions and swap meets and all kinds of stuff here, and this place is just ridiculous. I mean, there's just, man, I'm gonna flip the camera around here in a bit and we'll check out the course and walk around a bit and show you how it looks. All right. So, I mean, they got like a whole construction zone going on over here, and man, they got lots and lots of rocks. They've got all kinds of wooden structures. That's what this guy's doing here.
Is that what it is? I thought it was the Marion Marketplace.
Pretty cool. And they got all kinds of wooden structures, piles of rocks with tunnels. A tunnel going through it. Crazy wooden structures.
I never say it until I do it. Like, I'm gonna try this one.
Oh man, this thing is huge. It's gotta be at least an acre. Boar's Landing, looks like they got all kinds of crazy stuff. I hear a waterfall. Yep, I heard about this. They even have a waterfall you can crawl through. Let's go check it out. Well, there you have it. A waterfall to drive your truck in and around. Bridge over a pond. Some more wooden structures over here. All right. I say we go get a truck and mini Macho Guaco and let's check this place out. Looks like they got a little 124 scale course down here. Most of this is 110. But they got a nice little 124 course going on. Lots of obstacles to crawl over and bridges and things like that. Interesting. The fire hose. Interesting corner here. Pretty cool. Alright, here we go with Macho Guaco Mini on the course. the bridge that you gotta cross.
Yeah.
Stop. Oh gosh.
right, folks, that was a fun day out on the crawling course in Scale Mountain in Bellview, Florida. If you ever get a chance or you're ever out in that area, I highly suggest getting out there. That place was cool. Really had a good time out there. Unfortunately, Macho Guaco Mini, he was struggling all over the course, just falling everywhere, struggling to get over rocks and everything. And yeah, he got beat up pretty bad. He got some scratches on him and everything. And the wife wasn't really happy about that. She really likes it because it kind of matches my real truck and everything. She was all the time saying, you need to get another car or truck crawler and everything on the course, you know, for doing this kind of stuff. And so when your wife tells you something like that, and I actually caught it on video. If you watch the video in there, you'll see I said, there, she said it. You know, she said, go find a real crawler truck. So, and she said it multiple times on the course while she wasn't videotaping, so I only got it the one time. But when your wife tells you to go off and buy another crawler, you know, happy wife, happy life. So that's exactly what I did. We stopped in the shop and got another crawler. So we got, it's a Vanquish H10 Optic Kit, 110 buggy style steel frame crawling kit to build and turn into a rock crawler to take out there and bash around on the rocks. So yeah, so Mini Macho Guaco is safe from the rocks, and we got another toy to play with. Win-win situation. Wife is happy. So am I. Alright, anyway, this has been Billy Jean with Thank God It's RC. Thank y'all for watching. Hope you have a blessed day. And get out there and crawl around. Do some truck driving. Do something. Anyways, leave me some comments down in the or some stuff down in the comments and whatnot, and say hey and shout out, and I'll shout out back, and let me know what y'all got going on. Soon we'll do an unboxing video of the new crawler, and we'll check out what we got to do to get that thing together. Alright, this has been Billy Jean. Thank God It's RC. Y'all have a great day. Peace.